Hey up, how you doing? Are you alright? Today I have just kegged a Nova Lager Pilsner. Previously I did a Citra Nova Lager, but I'd never done a lager before, so I couldn't compare it, and I put a load of citra in it. So today, or this brew anyway, I brewed my Pilsner recipe as I normally do, just the difference was it was with Nova Lager yeast, to see how it comes on. I've just kegged it, so we'll have a quick look at the recipe. It's not complicated. We've got a sample, although that's not completely degassed and it's not quite at the right temp. But I've got a few bottles and that's not a full bottle. It's been in the fridge, cold crash to 1 degrees, cold crash lovely. I'm going to just pull that out, just give it obviously it's not going to be completely clear, it's not going to be properly carbonated, but I'll just have I like a little taste of it. Let's have a look at the recipe, shall we? The recipe is for a 23 litre all grain Nova Lager Pilsner. 5 kg of Pilsner malt. That's the malts. We've got 30 grams of SARS at the start of a 40 boil. We've got 50 grams of SARS last 10 minutes. We fermented at 15 degrees C under 15 psi of pressure. Close transfer. It's a keg. She's awaiting a tap. It started off at 1.047. At the moment, that is 1.010, near enough as close to, but it's not quite. I'll check the temp on that in a bit and I'll let you know in the proper tasting video. I say we haven't quite degassed either. I flip it from cup to cup loads of times to get the CO2 out of it, but I do like to leave it. There's still some in there. I can see it coming up. You probably can't. I can see it this side. So there we are. I will update you on the ABV on the tasting part. we're not gonna taste it, just want to look at it. Bearing in mind, 15 minutes ago, that came out of the Fermzilla. And this is the absolute last bit. Dregs, because it's not full, look. Yeah? And it near enough wasn't worth me putting the lid on, to be fair, because I've just straight away just had it out, got it out, because I wanted to just look. And bearing in mind again, this last bit, I tip the Vermzilla just on its back a little bit, just move it back so you just get them last little dregs. So this is literally the last little dregaroonies, this is. So obviously got some carbonation in it, natural carbonation from fermenting. Looks like the colour is going to be beautiful. Just wanted to have a look at it really. I've had a little bit of a taste out the sample jar to make sure, because before I keg I have a little taste. If it's gone wrong, I'm not messing about kegging stuff. It'll go down the drain. Touch wood. Been alright. Been right. So yeah, the colour's going to be alright. I'm hoping that's going to clear up lovely. No reason why it shouldn't. I'm not using any finings or gelatine or anything. Promising, promising, promising. That's going to go on the Citra Nova Lager tap. Got about 14 pints left in that, I think. So I will focus on that and bringing this to you. that's it. So I don't think I've got any brew footage of this. I'll probably mention this again because I'll do the tasting in a week probably. I didn't get any brew footage, but if you want to go back and look at my Citra Nova Lager video, a few videos back, that has got loads of brew footage in it, and it's the same process. It's even got the transfer, I think, and everything on it. So, but if that hasn't, Brewing Under Pressure, I think that one has. So I'll probably drop them in a link below. And I'm going to, you can't see round here for a reason, because I've got some clearing up to do. Got some clearing. I hate cleaning up. I need an apprentice, but she's out of the cinema. She don't like clearing up either. I don't blame her. So we'll come back. I've got some footage of the start of fermentation, how quick it went off. I'll pop that in. I mean, if you're desperate for some brew footage, I'll put some old stuff. I won't do that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't get any. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, I didn't get any. Sorry. It's promising. As I said, we'll come back with the ABV. I'll put this little bit of fermentation footage in, and we'll come straight back with the beer ready to drink in my hand, I hope. See you in a bit. Citra Nova Lager kicked quicker than I thought. The Nova Lager Pilsner has been in the keg 5 days. It's not carved up yet, but that is the very first pour. Look at the clarity on that straight away. This yeast is absolutely blooming incredible. That's not even cold. I've just stuck it in and pulled a beer, and that's what I've got. Let's get this carved up and get a head on it. See you in a bit. So we've got the beer in the glass. Right, I know a lot of people would like a bit more carbonation than that. It's been on about 6 days. It's been on about 6 days since you last saw this part of the video. Final gravity reading was 1.008, bringing it in at a ABV of 5.1%. Absolutely perfect. That colour is beautiful. That clarity is incredible. That has had a bit of a vigorous pour, to be fair. I think it might be the glass, but at the moment it's got a nice white fluffy head with a bit of the old lacing, hasn't it? Right, so I was hoping to do this. It's the end of June, okay, near enough, and just been at Martha's school teaching a bit of first aid and a bit of CPR for their curriculum, just giving a bit back. When I came out of school, we finished about finishing time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before finishing time, and I came out, waited in the playground for Martha, and it was bright, beautiful sunshine. I went, I'm going straight home to sit in the garden and review and let everybody have a look and video this old beer. Got home, got everything set up. I looked up and I went, wow, it looks a bit dark that day. It chucked it down with rain. It absolutely lobbed it. So we're in the garage, it's wet outside, it is what it is. I'm not going to wait. I wanted to do a nice little segment in the garden in the sunshine. I don't get to do them very often in England, do I? Yeah, but hey ho. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Beautiful colour. The clarity is incredible. That's dissipating a bit. Like I say, people would probably want a little bit more carbonation than that. Mine gains carbonation while it's in keg. But that's alright for me. That's had no additional. It had 15 psi. That's just all natural carbonation. I haven't force carbed anything. You can tell because the bubbles are like really little, aren't they? When you use the carbonation from a pressure transfer, the bubbles are always smaller than when you force carb it. When you force carb it, the bubbles are much better. That's all right for me. I don't mind. It smells like a Pilsner. So I normally use Crossmanloof Helles or Hells. I think I've used a Mangrove Jacks one before for my Bohemian Pilsners or my Pilsners. Well, this is showcasing the Nova Lager. Now, you saw on the last segment, wasn't clear. But I say, this has been like 5 days, I think, or 6 days. You can't complain with that clarity, can you? You just can't. The taste before was good. There was nothing wrong with the taste before. Straight out. Smells like a Pilsner. Absolutely smells like a Pilsner. So to recap, this is the same recipe as the Pilsner I have brewed before. The only change is Nova Lager yeast. You've got that crispness to it still. You've got that malt coming through with the bready taste. There's a bitterness, just nice, 30 grams I think at the start of SARS, wasn't it? All the way through. I mean, it's just, that's good for me. It's just perfect. Absolutely lovely. And then you get those sexy SARS. That spiciness of those amazing sexy SARS hops. I love those hops. They're amazing, aren't they? I haven't got a bottle, I don't think, of my original Pilsner. But I'm not doing comparison with bottle to keg anymore because it's absolutely different. The difference can be quite dramatic, to be fair, sometimes with some beers. But from my memory, and I've brewed this a few times, I cannot distinguish the taste difference, the smell difference. It definitely looks the same. I've been really lucky with my other ones, but I have left them. I've been a really good boy, and I've left them to condition in a cool environment for a good, definitely a month, if not more, generally. Before, when I was brewing a Pilsner, I had to pre-plan. So, you know, it took a bit of a time to brew, doesn't it? Because you've got to do it at a lower temperature. And you've got to sit it for a bit just to make sure it's right. Do it justice. Love it, nurture it. Just give it the best chance to deliver the love of a beautiful beer. And that has been spun out in turbo time. I cannot tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. That Nova Lager yeast is going to be making its way into my fridge once again. I bought 2 packets. I did my Citra Nova Lager and did this. And so they're gone now. I haven't got any. I haven't reused any. I haven't washed any. I didn't make a starter and save some. It's not super expensive. It's not out the way, the one I bought. Like I say, there was on the Citra Nova Lager, it doesn't say Lallemand, does it, on it, but it says something else. But I guess it's been repackaged because it's doing twice 2 beers with 2 different packets with that make. It's delivered. It's absolutely delivered. Like I said earlier, I couldn't really do a distinguish. I'd never done a lager before, and then I messed with it. I chucked a load of citra in it, but it was a beautiful brew. So with the second packet, I did feel I needed to brew the beer that I've brewed and only change the yeast. And I'll tell you what, that ain't disappointed me. I cannot tell the difference. I just can't tell the difference. It's got the same... I mean, there's just a... I don't know whether it's my palate, because it is subjective. There's a slight bit of a sweetness there, which has been in all my Pilsners. I think it's the maltiness. The maltiness gives me a bit of a bready, cracker bready sweetness. That's just the way my taste works. But this crispness is really good. It just tastes the same. Those hops are still coming through. Absolutely not a clue that there's any difference. There isn't any difference. There really isn't. It's what we call crisp, clean and clear. Definitely clear. And it tastes like a beautiful, refreshing Pilsner. So, in conclusion, I'm in love with Nova Lager yeast. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's a decent price. It delivers. It's easy to use. Time's a premium these days as you get older. Time is a premium. And saving time to get the same product at the end of it, I am absolutely, definitely, without doubt, completely sold. Absolutely, completely sold. There's nothing, there just isn't any off flavours. I mean, it's been abused a bit, to be fair, and it's been rushed. You know, I'm not great when I'm rushed. I start sweating and getting anxious. Oh, I'm going to be late. Oh. This beer has taken it in its stride. It's been rushed, hasn't it? All the way through the process, rushed. And it's an absolute beaut. It's a beaut. Definitely going to be using it again. I absolutely love it. I love it. That is a great, great, lovely, beautiful beer. So I'm going to leave it there. But after this segment, I'm absolutely, definitely just going to have either a picture or a quick video of me drinking this on a sunny, warm day in the United Kingdom in my garden. And if I have to wait till next June to video that and release this video, I'm going to do it. We're 2024 at the minute, so we might see you in 2025, because I'll tell you what, we haven't had much of a summer. Then we'll get a boiling one and I'll be on another video outside brewing going, oh my God, I'm getting burnt, I'm so hot. Won't I? Can't win. Yes, I'm going to have a picture or a video of this in the sun. Let me wrap the video up. That's it. We managed it. I can't believe it. We are sat in the garden and the sun is shining brightly. It is sometime later, ladies and gentlemen. Not later that day either. Thanks for watching again. Cheers.